Hello everybody, I'm Conquering History Games, and welcome back to part 4 of my left Kuomintang campaign here in Crusader Kings, excuse me, Hearts of Iron 4. Crusader Kings 2, that comes later. Look for it on the channel though. Alright, so, you know, we're just sort of running over these guys, especially we're about to get some force attack going on. Nice! Alliance with the DVQDD. We have secured an alliance of mutual gain with Indochina and will now work closely together to ensure our ideals survive in Asia. Once China is fully united, we have the possibility to ally each other to protect our ideals with force if necessary. Okay, so we don't actually unite now, but if we survive, or if we unite, I guess, and they also... Oh my gosh, it looks great for them right now. If they could just defeat this army south of Saigon. Looks like they're having a very good time. Gotta break the chain. And if you don't like Germany, you'll never like Germany again. I can still hear them saying... Oh, excuse me, that Japan song? Oh, I don't think so. Let's do the shuffle. There we go. Yeah, I don't think so with that. Okay, we're gonna, construction 2 maybe? Or is that what we gotta do? I gotta pick a land doctrine at some point. I don't want to do superior. I like to change it up, you know. I don't want to do superior. I'm probably gonna do superior when it's Feng Tian time, that or Grand Battle Plan Doctrine. Besides, I already did superior for Yunnan. I don't see how I'll ever do mobile warfare with anybody, because by the time that you're making tanks, China's already united, and then you're just blobbing. We're gonna do mass assault. Get that reinforcement rate. Very good, very, very good. We've almost broken through. Come on, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Oh, jeez, the crippling command. This National Revolutionary Army garbage is just horrible. You really have to get modifying it. But, okay, it's just a little bit of cavalry there, still hanging on. Come on. No. Stay. Some of you keep this pressure up. Well, what's going on? Did you guys see that, right? There was a little bit of a freeze there for a second. Not sure what that was about. Okay. Uh-oh. Up. Oh, geez. Yeah, we're having some issues, that's for sure. But it's good, you know, the army experience. I want it to keep spiking. So now we could do the Repatriated Congress whenever we want. This gives me war support and political power. Could be useful. Do I really care about mobilizing these? It's really just... This is just flavor more than anything. Like, one war support? Who gives a damn? Let's... Left Chinese Military Coordination Committee. Gives me a little bit of infantry equipment, which is cool, but it's just not that necessary. And I don't care about these things happening faster. I really don't think I'm ever going to go down this path. Maybe I'll get the Expropriate Landlords. There's a couple of good things for consumer good factories. But then this gives us some. This continues to take some away. Wow, wait a minute. So -5, -5, -5. So we could potentially... be at maybe 5%, or we could be at negative. It depends on if I want to go to total mobilization or not. Interesting. But I think we've got to do the one nation, one army at some point. Local forces loyal to a general or town instead of the party state cannot be trusted, and relying on them is a devil's bargain. These bandits and petty warlords need to be neutralized by security sweeps before they can establish themselves. The byline of one nation, one army should be taken to heart by our military planning and future expansion of the NRA. Okay, so I could start integrating some of this stuff. I do want to have everything integrated before I end the game. Just for roleplay, if nothing else. So let's do it. Jack Reed is president with a nice midriff. Can't see it though in the portrait. And his hat. Only in Moereich will you find Jack with a hat. I'm sure that's the reason half of the people are subscribed. Look at this. Look, I love this, how many of them have become regulars. But again, these are militia, these are cavalry. It's not a big deal. And yeah, we're just going to keep that grind up. Although again, the National Revolutionary Army is slowing down how fast I get that. We're about to get our hands on some more political power every day, and Jiangsu, the province, will be integrated. This part on the far left really is like it's the industry stuff. And we get more things down here. There it is. Press it. Press it. Don't let up. There we go. Very good. They've got to be out of guns. And their organization's horrendous. 2 military factories. Okay, so maybe they're getting some. For the most part, advantage should be mine. 18 days, 18 days. Don't stop. Keep it up. Keep it up. 35. Dang it. We're losing now. Keep the pressure on. Okay, stop them from reinforcing areas. Are we really in stalemate territory? I should have been forcing units to stop and created like basically fallback lines in Yanti and Weijian. That's my fault. This war could have already been over weeks ago. Months ago, really. That's what happens when you play sloppy. You get that radio at some point too. Okay, next up, what can we do in the meantime? Leader of the Sanqing Tuan will give me a new civilian factory. Oh, absolutely, we must get the women involved. Isn't that a song? The song of the women's detachment? The NRA has seen the equal valor of women in combat, although it has not yet developed any programs to fully allow women to participate as enlisted soldiers or officers. Upon the urging of Song Qinglin, the NRA has begun a formal program to train women as officers and soldiers. The program also envisions training all-female Tigress battalions for frontline and garrison duties. Let's find out what that event is. It could be fun. We are having quite a bit of trouble, though. Damnation. Let's go, let's go. Okay, we're getting some green bubbles over here. We're sort of getting worn down. Whatever, it's all army experience, right? That's what I'm telling myself. Why can't I... Whoa, what the heck? I'm trying to make a front line here. There we go. At least 3. Okay. There we go. What's happening? The Italian government has fallen. Excuse me? She looks nice. Leon Johua is in charge over there. And that's the end of the first year of the game. A lot of stuff that happens early on in China. So many red bubbles, I don't like that. The casualty ratios, I wonder. Why can't I see? We are at war. I'm trying to open this, it won't let me look at my own army. What the heck? Alright, well, clearly that's some kind of bug. An annoying one at that. We have more factories than they do, and even though we've got net losses going on, they're definitely running out of things faster. Huge recruitable population, though. A lot of people to kill. That's why I'm wondering how many I have been killing, but it won't show me. Quite bothersome. You know what? Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go for the wait. Let's come over here. We're gonna go for human wave offensive. So then I never have to go to so then I can go to total mobilization, but I won't run out of people, and then I can try to get to 0 consumer good factories. The people will be completely stood up all the time. So what do we want to... Okay, this is the time. This is the time to work on other things, because once I can start doing the Congress, like, all this is going to consume my time. So I suppose we'll do the Provisional Legal Code. During the early stages of the revolution, Chinese territory reclaimed by the Kuomintang has to be administered in a manner much different from the later democratic republic it will become. While supporting military operations must be prioritized, the Central Committee should also begin establishing civil courts and reintroduce the old organic law code to maintain peace, stability, and most importantly, tax revenues. So that this just lets me integrate faster, not necessary, but it doesn't cost less. That's later. Okay. So I need to refresh myself on who the heck these people are. Give me just a second. Okay. So recently, Dai Chunfu has suggested calling for more youths to participate in the revolution of the Three People's Principles. The proposal of establishing the Sanqing Tuan is regarded by most people as a sign of Zongtiju's expansion. However, much to their surprise, it seems that Dai Chunfeng is unlikely to directly appoint a leader of the Sanqing Tuan, which offers us an opportunity. Zhu Enlai proposes the splendid youth general Xiao Kie is best qualified for this position due to his superior leadership skills, while Song Qingling suggests our big sister Chai Chang is the better choice, as her image as the tigress soldier will make for excellent propaganda. Big sister. Wait. Hi. Ah, yes. She is related to Kai Hessen. Is he in this, though? Well, he was like... So Kai Hessen... Let me look up Kai Hessen. I think Kai Hessen was the one who was the leader of the communists before Mao Zedong. So this is early communism in China. Kai Hessen... He went to France. Was arrested and executed in 1931. And so Kai Chang here is the brother. Oh, there's actually a difference here. This determines what general I get and what becomes more popular. I see. So do I want to become socially democratic or what? I kind of want to go with the woman, but Xiao Ke, he gives me radical socialism and totalism. Yeah, we're not going to be going Song in this playthrough. Sorry, everybody. With your indiscriminate waifooing. Let's see what he looks like, though. There he is. Yeah, another young boy, just barely 30 years old. Yeah, historically, eventually became the leader. I believe he was made the commander-in-chief of the entire People's Liberation Army. Not in the 30s, of course. Oh man, they do not make it easy, do they? I like this detail with the urban that they show it with Chinese characteristics. I might, once I've secured this area on the left, I might pull back from this front. I'm still pressing into it for the sake of getting army experience, but I might just pull back to bring them out and then squish them again. On the other hand, taking Jinan might be enough to... That's another thing I also can't tell right now how much war progress I've made. Cairo Congress, well, isn't that a nice picture? Oh yeah, I didn't see... No, yeah, we already looked at the Jiangxi click, never mind. Oh, Indochina's having a rough time. If we go down there, though, we'll just puppet them or something. Okay. I don't want to deal with any of this. Leave all that be. We can't do any of this other things either later. So what do we want to do now? We could try to set up some support. Or just take the political power. No, let's try to... These people are social democrats. we might have better luck trying to help Hunan. So, the only remaining democracy in Hunan was discovered by some members of the Kuomintang. However, Hunan clique is still firmly controlled by non-KMT forces, and our revolutionary progress is developing very slowly there. By expanding the influence of KMT in Hunan province, it will make it easier for us to revolutionize. This decision will show up only once we have completed the first Congress and there is a bordering aligned tag for us to negotiate with. We'll give it a try. Okay, and we should force attack now. That is, I think, going to do it. Actually, I think we're going to get in there anyway. How many more days? 4 days, 3 days. Okay, let's save the force attack then. Let's save it for when we're going after the peninsula. Serbia crowns King Alexander II. And I kind of want to drag this war out just to get us to the 150. But no. Standoff in America! Soon. Yep, there it is. There it is. Everybody's broken away. Let the games begin. Are you serious? How are we not? I thought we were just about to break through. Okay, I guess we do need to do the force attack. Come on. Press on. Press on. I'd like to take the capital, but I'd happily take this tile too. We can cut them off. Now we're dealing with resistance to occupation down here. Well, isn't that just wonderful? And I have no idea how many of them I've killed. It looks like they're getting stronger. They're probably still mobilizing and stuff. Come on, get in there. Down to 2 divisions. You see, they're just retreating back and forth, I think. That's what's creating this problem. Well, maybe we should just integrate these areas. Yeah. On the other hand, land rent caps. Was I going to do that? No, I was going to do expropriate landlords. Yeah. Oh, okay. We did it. Excellent, excellent. Most excellent indeed. Oh, so now we can expropriate the landlord. Okay, so we're going to start running down here. No, actually, we've got to do the Repatriated Congress for us to do anything. How much time is on the Hunan thing, though? Less than 10 days. Let's just finish that off and be done with it. Okay, in the meantime, let's see. We're going to try something with Hunan. Let's get on that border just to kind of motivate them back there. But we also need to be... Let's see, we can't do the modernization yet. Soon, though. Okay, how about in the meantime, let's just try to... Wait, no, we already have the cavalry out. We're just going to try to get as many divisions out as we possibly can. Just keep trying to do that. Because we just need to fill in a lot of these front lines. Good, 80, 80, 80. Support the CSA. I don't think we will, though. Sorry, guys, you're going to have to work this out on your own. 1,320 days to fill up on my infantry equipment needs. That's where we're at right now. Okay. Congress time. After a decade overseas, the Central Committee of the KMT has returned to China in triumph. Now that the initial war against the Nanjing clique is complete, the KMT has enough breathing room to reorganize and plan its future path towards national reunification. So we're not going to do social democracy and stuff like that. We could... There's other... If I want to do social liberal, there's other paths I can take, other Chinas I can play. We're going to the left, but we are not keeping Wang. I'm going to switch him out as soon as I can. I don't know who it's going to be for. I think it might actually have to wait until we've united China. But, you know, once we've united China, we're at least going to play a little bit more going south here or something. So we might be going syndicalist or totalist. You know, we're playing the left, so let's go left. If I wanted to play the right, I'd play right, which I already have. Call to convene the national... Okay, this is basically, you know, the Olympics and whatnot. Their version. Many prominent members of the party have convened to discuss all matters of the state and organize the Kuomintang into a fully fledged government. The foundation for the Congress will be the 1924 National Congress, which was set up to organize the party into an official government. Subjects varying from reflection of past events to the status of syndicalist elements in our party will be discussed at length. Excellent. Goodness, I'm tempted to just start integrating these areas, but there's really not a need right now. Although, okay, I need to double check this. So we're gonna do expropriate the landlords, and it's not until we get down to the Ghana New Deal. Each of these decisions will cost me 5 to 10 less political power, but it takes 45 days to do, so 45 political power. So the question is it even worth it? Oh, but it's going to increase my popular support. Okay, so then we are going to go down this path. So until the modernization and the restoration of the academy goes up, once we're done here, we're just going to work on this stuff. Although I could, in a couple of months here, we'll be able to unite southern China, so that's another issue. So much to do. KMT votes on adopting official history of the First Northern Expedition. After much build-up, the Revolutionary Army marched north against the Zhili in an attempt to unify the country. This failed. Many points have been brought up, such as the KMT lacking the people's support or intervention from foreign powers, especially Germany. We should decide which of these arguments are more compelling to use the root cause of the failure to unify the country. So you see, yeah, social democracy, social liberalism, no. It is because of the imperialists and the traitors. There can be no doubt of this. That's obviously the cause. Okay. I hate that these are highlighted and there's nothing down there. Very, very annoying. I forget, am I allowed to just switch these out? No. Stuff later that lets me do that. Limited exports, yeah, that's not good for me now, but it's what I want to eventually have. Am I trading for anything I don't need? Sure enough, I am. Love you, France, but no. Thanks for hosting us, but we don't need you anymore. The question of ethnic autonomy. Much of China outside the 18 provinces has effectively become independent, and there are many ethnic separatist movements. Our goal is to unite all the territory of the old Qing back into a single Chinese nation. Would the adoption of federalized ethnic zones inside a greater China allow for the security and allegiance of non-Han people? No. China must be truly unified. So radical socialism has become very popular. Oh, I didn't look at the Kumul Khanate. Wow, quite fancy. Oh, yep. That's what I imagine playing the Xinjiang clique looks like, or feels like. That's funny. So, the KMT's party program for developing China plans that only the KMT will be allowed to exist as a full political party for the period of political tutelage. As a precondition of syndicalist aid, we have made exemptions for the Chinese Syndicalist Party and several other minor urban syndicalist groups. Should the syndicalist parties be given an exception to the ban on public recruitment in the realm of organizing urban labor? You see, this is interesting because syndicalism will get slightly more powerful here. You know what, we're going to say, because we want to get that little bit of syndicalism in there, yes, Chinese labor should be able to choose to join syndicalist-aligned unions. That, yeah, I was going to say, that's just so funny, because that's Xinjiang, that's just what happens, right? Things, they get blown up, and it's just hell. Syndicalism spreads to the Philippines. Oh, very, very interesting. The Whampoa Military Academy is long gone. However, many in our government and military wish to see it brought back. It is hard to disagree with this point, as our army is woefully behind many of our competitors. If we bring it back, we can begin to once again have a strong army, which will make our victory over China all but assured. With all that put to rest, we have two questions. Do we either restore it as it was before, or give a modern touch, as warfare has changed since the time of the expedition? No, it's going to be a new academy for a new China. Yeah. I think that was the correct choice, so I can now I can restore the academy. We got a few medals in events, but not enough for our team to be the winner. Oh well. That's just the way it is. Is this direction of the NRA? Hold on a second. Of course, we're going to change all these into infantry divisions later. With our consolidation over southern China, several ideas of how to conduct warfare have emerged. Two ideas have emerged as the most oh, this is an obvious one. With the first being the possibility of using our vast manpower as our strength. This isn't particularly unique among the armies in China. However, there's nothing wrong with using a reliable method. The second idea is the modernization of our armies, which will ensure that when it comes to fighting, our soldiers will be far superior compared to the enemies, which shall be done. Modernization is key to unifying China. Okay, is anybody ready for an upgrade? No, not really. Okay, that's fine. That's okay. We can deal with it. So now, now we're really getting things opening up to us. So I'm probably going to do the prioritizing modernization first so we can get that template. Because both of these are going to get rid of the insurgent army and are going to modify National Revolutionary Army in a positive way. Although, admittedly, this one is going to help it more. I just want to get this for the template, and then we could focus on other things. So, a reflection of previous leaders. We can all agree that both Sun Yat-sen and Chiang Kai-shek did a lot for the KMT. Where it is up for interpretation is whether these figures were good for China. Of course, Sun Yat-sen had many amazing qualities. However, he seemed desperate to hold on to power. This could also be interpreted as him trying to make sure the KMT survives. Chiang Kai-shek is up for debate, as he did a lot for the military. However, he also oversaw the disaster of the Northern Expedition. We can say father and son of China. We'll get 25 either way. I think this is just a flavor thing. We're going to say both were good for China, but perhaps we should downplay how much. It's the people! The people are rising up. These were just the representatives in some sort of way. Alright, Spartakid is over. Report on the Jiangfu government. There it is. Mock click, starting its nonsense. Song Qingling has been the acting governor of Fujian province and the Jiangfu zone for most of the last 10 years. Her administration has, through creating a form of locally run one-party democracy, created an alternative vision for how the national revolution can be done that opposes the top-down nature of the Wang Jingwei program. Minqing faction members criticized the idea of the Jiangfu program being expanded to all of China as being impractical, but its implementation has proven economically and militarily successful and very popular with the Fujian province locals. Well, I need to check my notes here on the right in terms of who's going to end up being leader here. Where's the left KMT? I don't know where I put it. I had some notes. Whatever. So, we can adopt a token resolution praising the administration or officially recognize it as a success. No, we're just going to do the token revolution. We don't want social democracy around. They're still at 32% popularity. I'm sorry, weren't the syndicalists supposed to get something? It's pretty much almost gone. They got a little something. They're at almost a whole percent. Review of the War of the Five Provinces. A review of the current status of the National Liberation Zone and its recent expansion out of Jiangfu after the last campaign has been drafted by the NRA. The general consensus of all involved advises caution in moving north against the Zhili too soon. A majority of the NRA's old guard focusing on reunifying southern China before daring to cross the Hua, but the young guard and their allies in the civilian KMT, such as Zhu Enlai, advise an opportunistic stance towards an inevitable war between the Zhili clique and itself or Fengtian. So basically, what do we want here? Do we want less attrition, more defense and entrenchment, or less supply consumption and more defense? I'd say we want Wei Li Huang. Yeah, for the entrenchment speed and defense. And less attrition is very good too. Especially once we head west one day. Actually, it's going to be so much for us to do later. After the series of debates during the Congress, Wang Jingwei has secured his control over the Kuomintang and will now serve as the leader of the Republic. He will begin to implement the many reforms that were proposed to modernize our nation into a force that can unify this broken country. Chairman Wang's policy is always right. Alright, so we've got a change of ministers and things like that. Okay, hold on. We are now the National Revolutionary Government, and these are our people. So Wang could be switched out later. After, I think where is it? Yeah, once we establish the civil service and stuff, we can go down here and figure out what it is we want to do in more detail. But we certainly do not want to be like social liberal or something like that. Ooh, disgusting. Let's get those templates up and running. Even though we're not going to be able to afford to fill them for a long, long time. I just want to have them. Plus, it'll give me another general, as well, and, the modern art of war. Tibet is so screwed. Any new Chinese army needs to be founded again from its first principle as a modern force. Well, we should try to maximize the number of units raised for the war. Our equipment procurement and plans for expansion should prioritize creating new and modern forces that are not just superior to the haphazard divisions of the warlords, but equal in quality to those of the Western powers. The First Party Congress of the KMT ended with the Ming-Xing faction keeping its leadership. After the Congress, the right wing of the Ming-Quang faction led by Sun Fuo blamed the left wing of the Ming-Quang faction under Song's leadership for being too lax during the struggle for the KMT leadership. This led to the long brewing conflict between them finally breaking out. After a fallout with no results, Sun Fuo and his followers became angry and left, then declared the establishment of the Minzu faction. It seems that as the Minqing faction strengthens their control of central power and the tutelage, Mingquan faction's chances of gaining power are growing slim. So social liberalism is going to become more power. That's showing that split. So we just there you go. Yeah. So you have the Mingquang, the Minzu. All they've done is hurt themselves, and that's fine with me. End of the first Repatriated Congress, and that'll be a good way to end the episode. Now that the Congress has officially concluded, we must look to reclaiming China for the people. We have a series of reconstruction plans in mind to help prepare our industry to unify China, as well as the reforms proposed at the Congress to complete. We have quite the task ahead of us, but we must succeed. Very well. A whole lot of political power to begin to help us with all sorts of things like integration. Those sirens outside mean it's time to go. Thank you very much for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games, and in the next episode, we're going to focus on a little bit of the military, some internal affairs, but we also should momentarily have some pop-ups here in terms of being allowed to go into Hunan and Linghua and stuff like that. If not, we're going to probably focus on southern China as much as we can before the Fengtian-Qing War breaks out. Thanks for joining me. I'm Conquering History Games, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.